If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right.
Whipped it with real pace off of Gonzalo Higuain, and it's into the back of the net, and Inter Miami have drawn level. He missed a penalty here a year ago, but he's made amends and equalized tonight. And on 73 minutes, it's Philadelphia Union 1, Inter Miami 1.
Go!
Nice. In towards Figal from Morgan.
Oh!
Figal getting turned. Figal now in the penalty area. Nicolas Figal digging towards the back was Federico Higuain has given Inter Miami the lead with a header. The brothers Higuain have scored tonight for Inter Miami, and from 1-0 down, they lead by 2-0 with 7 minutes to play.
Let me give it to Figal, my man. Goal! Goal! Inter Miami! Federico Higuain! Barba 1, Barba 2! Higuain brothers, but this goal, I give it 95% to Figal. What a play, what a one.
Oh, man, that was beautiful on Saturday night. It was fun. It was a lot of fun at Dangerous Minds Brewing. You got to join us this Sunday for the same kind of fun, starting at 12 o'clock with the pregame show. But I got to tell you, last Saturday night was, I think it could be the watershed moment that Inter Miami has been waiting for a while now. And remember, last year, this team was kind of, well, no, there's no kind of. Last year, Inter Miami CF was completely discombobulated. They didn't have the coach in time. The general manager's building a team before the coach. Once the coach gets there, he doesn't like all the players. He's shipping some out. Then you're not adding your stars till midway through the season. There just wasn't – there was no way to build any kind of chemistry. And 2 weeks ago, after the first game, I talked about it, and I know it's going to sound, well, wait a minute, he's just being a homer. And no, I wasn't. I was calling it like I see it every single time. And I told you that 2 weeks ago, that loss was not nearly as negative as some people made it out to be. They played really well. The problem was they made a couple of brutal errors where, you know, last year they made the errors, but there was also a bunch of poor play, and they weren't organized. And what I've watched for the first two games is an organized team. They actually look like a real team now. Everybody's got a role. They're filling it. Neville has been super consistent. He's not changing formations from one game to another, from one half to another. And so it's a matter of he came in early on. He was watching all the players. He figured the players out, what he sees in them. And then he's going out there and playing them where he thinks they belong. And I watching the Higuain brothers, come through, and I can't say enough about Figal, because Figal's run up the middle into the box created the opportunity on the right side of the box for the first goal, okay? And that, of course, we all know was Federico setting it up for Gonzalo, and Gonzalo with a beautiful header and tying that game. And then Figal obviously with the free kick from just outside the right side of the box, finds Federico Higuain for the other header, and then the rest is history. Inter Miami defeats Philadelphia 2-1. In a terrific game overall, man. I got to say, it was a really good game, a defense that had not been scored on. Well, Miami scored twice, and Miami scored twice last week. So they're scoring goals, and now their defense also is getting better as time goes on. I thought Neville's, substitutions also were so key, including obviously Federico was one of them. That changed also, on defense, and with Federico, that changed, and that really helped out the team in the second half. And it was a really good moment. And why I say it's a watershed moment, it's because your high-priced star, you wanted him to score in game, right? Well, you wanted some open game, as they say. Well, you got it on that set piece. And for Higuain, and then for the brother to also get a header, and he was electrifying and creating and really added a spark to the team in that second half. And I know that Pizarro has not found his way. Listen, there's a couple of things going on too. It's Logan has not also gotten on track either. So you're talking about a team that still has to kind of figure. Lewis Morgan. And so Lewis also is he was a little bit more active, but he wasn't impactful. Let's put it that way. Whereas last year, he was incredibly impactful for this team. But yet, they've played two really good games, and they're still not playing what could be their best football. And that's the exciting part. And now you go into Nashville. All right, and you've got an opportunity to make it 2 in a row. Nashville has scored 4 goals just like Inter. So, they're not known as a potent team, but they are producing. Now, they've played to 2 ties so far, right? If I'm correct, yes. They tied this week against Montreal, and then last week they tied against Cincinnati, 2-2 in both of those games. So they're 0-2-0. Miami is 1-0-1. So they are leading them by a point right now because obviously they've picked up 2. Miami's picked up 3 in the process. And Miami is sitting there, by the way, in the 5th seed. We're only 2 games in. Doesn't really matter. But it's nice to be in the middle of the pack instead of at the bottom of the pack. Are actually in the top third of the pack, actually. So it's nice to be there. And they've got an opportunity this week. They can beat Nashville. And remember, this is the game where, the coach – was kind of snobbish that, they weren't even supposed to be here in the regular years. They would have not made the playoffs. So he kind of took a backhanded shot at Inter, which has kind of been the thing throughout the league and reporters and people. And I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe we're too positive, too brash, too confident down here. I don't know if it's a Beckham thing. I don't know if it's a Moss thing. I don't know if it's a Miami thing. I have no idea. I don't know if it's an Higuain thing. I don't know. I have no idea, but there's been a lot of negativity written, and I think this win also against clearly one of the 3 best teams in the league, all right, for argument's sake, whether they're 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, I don't care, but they are one of the best teams in the league. You went on the road against the best keeper and the best defense, and you scored 2 goals, and you ended up winning the game. And again, I'll tell you, the goal that they allowed, I still think that McCarthy took a little bit of a bad angle on it, okay? I think he could have shifted more to the left. He didn't read it right, and he had enough people on the right side that there was no way he was going to get it past. And I'll give you an example. When Prisbilla took the shot earlier in the second half, he was on the right side of the box, and McCarthy went out to cover it. Now, McCarthy, unlike the goal that he allowed on this one, he took a beautiful angle where the only way Prisbilla was going to make it was if he snuck it in between McCarthy and the post, but McCarthy lined up perfectly that he had enough time to react to the right and stop the ball if he had to stop the ball, and Prisbilla knew that. But he was outside enough that he forced Przybilla to go around him. And unless he was going to bend it like Beckham, okay, he wasn't going to get it in that goal. So that's why it went to the wide side on the other side, because Przybilla could not hook it. You would have to have a mean hook at such a short distance to kind of get it around the keeper and into the backside pole of the goal. It wasn't happening. Why? Because McCarthy took the right ankle. That's why. Okay? And I thought in that one goal, and I know it's kind of nitpicking because they had 2 chances to clear the ball and they failed. So the defense definitely gave up the goal. All I'm saying is McCarthy could have helped himself with a better angle by moving a little bit more to the left and using the people to his right as a shield, which they were already there. He didn't have to be as far right. If he's a little bit more left, he has a shot at that ball. You know what I'm saying? So angles to me, look, man, I'm not this. I've been watching soccer since I was a kid, okay? But I'm still, I always defer to my guys, Whitty and Dono and Fernando and Thomas, because they do such a great job and they're so fanatical about it and they follow everything. Hey, I know my place, man, But to me, when over the years, when I notice a great goaltender, it's somebody that has an incredible awareness of where they are inside that box and how they need to cut angles off of offensive scores. And I thought that's why I wanted to mention it, because I thought McCarthy did a beautiful job against Przybilla. And then on the goal he did allow, I thought he was a little bit off. Again, it's like 15% his fault, okay? All right, so I'm not laying it all on him. I'm laying it more on the defense, and I get it, but he has to do a little better job. I think that's one of his weaknesses, by the way. I think that's why they went in shopping for another goaltender. I think because I've noticed it a few times where he kind of takes, a bad angle, and then that's where the goal is scored a lot of times. But again, the Przybilla one, I give him a ton of credit. Go back and look at it. It was beautiful. He was out enough, out in front to cut off the angle, and he was right in the perfect slot to block everything to the right and then force him to make a really difficult shot on the left side. And obviously, Przybilla could not do it in that one. But what a win, man. It was absolutely beautiful and one that hopefully they can build on now this week against Nashville. Remember, the game's at 1 o'clock. Pre-game will start at noon. Come on out to Dangerous. And thanks to the listeners that came out to Dangerous Minds on Saturday night. It was really cool to meet some of you out there, and you had a great time, obviously, because we won. It was kind of, the first half was scoreless, and so we were happy that, hey, it's on the road, scoreless. Now you kept yourself in the game, and then when they scored that first goal and they're down 1-0, it was kind of a deflated bar at the moment, And then when Gonzalo got that goal to tie it up, it just lifted up the bar. Everybody on the inside and outside started getting going. And then obviously the Federico goal was just, it put it over the top. But again, Nicolas Figal, my man, you were the MVP in that game, because your run up the middle in that, to the box that created that opportunity was just, cojones. That's the best play. That's the best way for me to describe that play. It was pure cojones. I weaved through the defense to get there and force, obviously, the issue. And then, obviously, a beautiful, beautiful pass over to Federico. And it's pretty cool. First time ever in MLS history, 2 brothers score in the same game for one team. That's pretty awesome. That's cool. That's a nice distinction to have. And I think this is also something that's going to lift the club up, too, and take some pressure off of Gonzalo. Because believe it or not, with his incredible international resume, the dude has the weight of the world to perform here, because that's what he's getting paid to do. And I'm sure he saw the hell that Chicharito has gone through last year, in Los Angeles, not coming through, and even the Mexican community turning on his ass. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is, dude. They're paying you. You better come through. It kind of reminds me of Bob here with the Panthers. That, you're paying him to be the Bob that we saw in Columbus, and we have yet to see that Bob ever. That Bob's never shown up here. Anybody can tell, oh, yeah, this one game he did that. No. I'm talking about showing up. Get it done every night. Blank some people. Go on a roll where you can't be scored on. Okay? Which is, by the way, what Philadelphia had. Didn't they have like almost 300 minutes of unscored play or some crap like that going into that game?
270, I believe.
Oh, there you go. See? Like 300 almost. 270. Stop that in its tracks, bitch. Nashville is next. That's what it's all about. And don't forget, Miami Dolphin fans, you can join OnsideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street and Bird Road. You can join yours truly and Alex Dono for this two-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 and Friday at 6:30. Drink and food specials, all kinds of stuff, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Omar Kelly will also join us after every pick. So join us for a two-night event as OnsideRadio.com and Sports Grill in Bird Road bring you the best NFL draft party on the planet.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
Miami Dolphins fans, join the only real sports station in South Florida dedicated to what you want. The best NFL draft coverage on the planet. Join OnsideRadio.com for their NFL draft party at Sports Grill in Miami at 11481 Southwest 40th Street on Bird Road. This two-night event, April 29th and 30th, is hosted by Big O and Alex Dono, giving Dolphins fans what they crave: real draft coverage.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. Save it on your cell phone, 844-416-8123. No better place to send your comments, ask questions, win prizes. OnsideRadio.com, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Inter Miami kicked off their first road trip of the season with an amazing 2-1 victory over the Philadelphia Union just this past Saturday. After what seemed to be a pretty uninspired performance in the first half, the team really turned around in the second after some substitutions made by Phil Neville. The substitution for Federico Higuain to come on for Rodolfo Pizarro really changed the game, and you saw an inspired team that ended up scoring 2 goals late in order to seal 3 points. Let's see if they can take this winning momentum into Sunday against Nashville.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio.
Here comes Barkov trying to get a step on Svechnikov. Barkov walks in. Barkov shoots the Djokovic. The save and it goes in. They score! Alexander Barkov, overtime winner.
Nice job by Barkov as they get back at Carolina and they win in overtime. 4-3. Still Carolina ends up getting the better end because they get the win and then they pick up the point on the overtime. So it is what it is. It's nice. Mackenzie Weegar ended up with the assist. Weegar had 3 assists on the night. Hubie had 2. Still have zero confidence that they can beat Carolina in a series. So if they're going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, if they're going to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, I just hope they don't have to play Carolina, and I hope that Tampa or somebody else has to do the dirty work and eliminate them early, because I still have zero confidence that they can beat Carolina in a 7-game series, okay? You know, anybody can get lucky. I know. You're going to everybody has a chance. Oh, yes, I know. I know the cliche, yes. Any given Sunday, everybody's got a shot, yada, 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 all that crap. I still have zero hope for the Panthers that they can beat Carolina in a 7-game set. So, to me, the win on Saturday night meant absolutely zero. It was a super sweet highlight, and it was a nice comeback and all that good stuff. But, again, no confidence that they can beat them in a 7-game set. I told you, they had to beat them twice here in order to kind of send the message that, no, we're a different team. They have not proven anything different. Carolina continues to get the better of the Panthers, and they did again in this 2-game set. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. They've got the Predators tonight at 8 o'clock at Bridgestone Arena, and we'll see if the boys continue their winning ways here and pick up another victory along the way. 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. If you want to get in on the program, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. If you want to reach out to us on the text line, it's 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Herman Cueva, Zuniga. I got to thank you, my brother, because Herman was really nice enough, really kind, to come by the studios and bring us a gift. And he came just like right before the show, so I didn't really even have, to be honest with you, if you would have come a little earlier, I might have been able to give you a tour, but I could not at this time because we were tied. But he brought me and Dono, I have Dono's bag there, he brought us Honduras soccer jerseys, which, by the way, they're beautiful. Really, really nice. So I appreciate you, Herman. Thank you, sir. I definitely will be sporting this Honduras jersey for you. I'll be wearing it because it's a sweet-looking jersey, man. Come on. You got to love that. So thank you, Herman, man. He has been a hardcore fan. He's in town. I hope he's staying in town till Friday. And Herman, Herman says he's going to come by the draft on Thursday. So I look forward to seeing you, Herman, and hanging out a little bit over on Thursday. So thank you very much. Very kind of you to bring us the jerseys. I know Donna will be very grateful for it, like I am. So thank you, Herman. And follow him on Twitter, Herman Cueva 7 on Twitter. He's a good dude and a loyal follower of our show and of the station. And we really appreciate you, Herman, man, big time. So thank you so much, man. That was very nice of you to come by and bring us the gift, man. Very, very kind of you. So thank you, sir. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We added a doggy to the family over the weekend. I wanted a big dog to hang out with my big dog. And so Bono is the newest addition to the family. Yes, named after Bono for U2. So my daughter, who has, dogs too, she named some of our small ones, and I named the big dogs. So Maiden, obviously for Iron Maiden, and then Bono for U2, because these are my two favorite bands. And so there you go. So in honor of my favorite bands, I have my doggies named after them. So it's good. Bono and Maiden are getting along great. So it's awesome. But adopt, please adopt, because that's what we did. We went to Miami-Dade Animal Services, and they had a adoption event, and we fell in love with Bono, and the rest is history. That's it. And he's been great, man. He's been fun the first couple days. He is a puppy, so he's into the teething part of the whole craziness, because he's biting everything in sight. So it is what it is. But yeah, we are loaded up with doggies. So now we got a couple families. Okay, so my mother-in-law's got a couple of the small ones. My daughter does too, and we do. So we have 7 dogs, in the whole family. So we even opened. We did a Twitter page now, our doggy heaven. So you can follow it on Instagram and Twitter, because I didn't want to bog people down in my own Twitter account with my pets. So we just did one, and so dog lovers are weird people, because we love our dogs, and so we put pictures of all the dogs in our family, and so yeah, we have several dogs in the family, of course. So it's a beautiful thing. Bono is a mutt. He is a combination of, I want to say, I got to do the blood test thing, but I want to say it looks like a retriever and a little shepherd. Maybe even some boxer, something like that. But he's beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. Again, go to Our Doggy Heaven, I think it's called, the website, on Twitter or on Instagram, and you can see pictures there of it. Let's see. Yes, Our Doggy Heaven on either Instagram or Twitter, and you'll see pictures of all the different dogs that are in our families. All right? So there you go. We posted some of them already. Started it yesterday. So there you go. So go for it. And no, he's just got, I think he's got a little golden retriever in him, but no, not a pure golden. Dude, I could not find adopting a pure golden somewhere, or, nobody had it. You know what I mean? One place said they had it, and then I talked to them, but they just never got back, and this and that. So, what can I tell you? And for those of you asking, yes, the draft will be on YouTube, but we like you to be there personally if you can. I know if you don't live in town, what are you going to do, right? But if you do live in town, come on, man. Listen, you haven't been out much, man. Come on out Thursday or Friday and hang out with fellow Doll fans and celebrate, 2 great nights. We're going to have 3 because obviously the third day of the draft, but we're not doing this year we won't do the third day. By next year, we'll be lined up enough that we'll do all 3 days. And we'll make it a fun party, okay? So, Big O, I have no idea since I own no dogs, but what is the average cost of owning a dog? Rosendo, I guess it depends on how you treat your dogs. You know what I mean? Are you going to feed them kennel ration, or you're going to feed them some good food? It all depends how you treat your dog. It's up to you. I can't put a price on it because I think we're all different in the way, we are. My wife and I are pretty particular about our dogs. We kind of treat them like kids. You know what I mean? So maybe we might spend a little bit more on our dogs than the average person, because we freaking love our dogs, dude, like immensely. So I think it's a little different. Okay. What else did I see there? We'll get to some of your questions. Michelle Kaufman is going to join us. I'm sorry, Omar Kelly's going to join us on the other side. We'll get to a little football now. Let's talk a little NFL draft. Let's get Omar Kelly's thoughts now on a Monday. It is draft week. We're getting ready for the big party on Thursday at Sports Grill on Bird Road. So come on out and join us. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll come back with Omar Kelly from the South Florida Sun Sentinel and our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
Now streaming online. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com. Join the Inter Miami family in 2021 by becoming a 2021 season ticket member. Enjoy enhanced access benefits and pricing not available to general fans. Visit intermiamicf.com/tickets for more information.
If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dano, you missed.
I think we need to normalize the nickname Dick again. There used to be a lot of dicks. Now, people think about the male anatomy. I don't know why we can't use Dick as a nick. There was something the strong, silent type would have the name Dick. Yeah, sure, it was a nickname for Richard, but Richards now will just go by Rich or Richard. Like, nobody goes by Dick anymore. I think we need to normalize Dick.
Man of the Match with Alex Dano from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Sean Stanley hosts the Square Circle Digest.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man.
Now, wrestling fans have a place to call home as Sean covers the very colorful world of wrestling. Tune in every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on the home for sports fans worldwide. OnsideRadio.com. Onside Radio continues to grow. To make your life easier, you can now find your favorite sports station by downloading the MyTuner radio app and listen to your favorite OnsideRadio.com host or catch a great Inter Miami CF match. Go to your app store, download MyTuner Radio, and search Onside Radio, the home for the South Florida sports fan.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Over the weekend, Inter Miami defeated Philadelphia Union 2-1. Gonzalo Higuain scored a header, and then his brother Federico Higuain scored another header in the 83rd minute to give Inter Miami the 2-1 victory. The next match is against Nashville in Nashville next Sunday. Pregame starts at noon, and the call of the game starts at 1 p.m. with Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongen, and Fernando Fiore right here on Onside Radio. The Marlins lost 3 of 4 to the Giants over the weekend. The Fish are in Milwaukee starting tonight. 7:40, Trevor Rogers is on the mound. First pitch is set for 7:40 p.m. Saturday, the Miami Heat beat the Bulls 106-101. Duncan Robinson with 7 3-pointers and 23 points. The Heat welcome the Bulls to the AAA tonight. Tip-off slated for 8 p.m. And the Florida Panthers beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime on Saturday. The Panthers will be back on the ice in Nashville on Tuesday. Puck drop is slated for 8 p.m. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnsideRadio.com.
Brace yourself. You might not hear what you want. You can always expect Omar to keep it real, whether you like it or not. It's time for the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Sun Sentinel writer Omar Kelly. EJD is your one-stop shop, custom home builder, and general contractor for residential construction. Call them 305-433-4843. Find them on Facebook at EJD Construction. Here's Omar Kelly with your Miami Dolphins report segment.
We're back. It is time now for our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. We do it all week long here every week with Omar Kelly from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. Oh, good afternoon, my friend. How are you doing, sir?
I am excellent, Big O. This is the no more posturing, no more rumors, no more speculation. We get down to do the deed on Thursday.
Yeah, we're talked out, we're written out, we've said everything there is to say, do everything there is to be done. It is time now to rock and roll. So, after everything that's gone on and all the hype during Lion season, will the Dolphins end up with Pitts or Chase at number 6? What's your gut tell you on Thursday?
My gut tells me Pitts will not be available, but Chase will, and hopefully that is the case. Even if Chase doesn't, I think the Dolphins will still end up with a pretty decent playmaker, pretty good playmaker. When they moved down and then moved back up and gave up a lot to move back up, people don't understand. They gave up an extra equivalent of an extra second-round pick. Not just what you're supposed to get for moving from 12 to 6. They gave up a lot to put themselves back in 6 with the understanding and the certainty that one of 4 players that they like is going to be available to them no matter what the first 5 teams do. So it certainly would benefit them if 4 quarterbacks go amongst the top 5 selections, and I think there's a good chance. To me, the Atlanta Falcons basically control the Dolphins draft, and I've actually written that in the Sun Sentinel. The Falcons, they could do a number of things. They can select a young quarterback. The best time to take a quarterback is when your team doesn't need one. They can select an offensive line to shore up the pocket for Matt Ryan, help out the running games in Penei Sewell or Rashawn Slater, or they can select Kyle Pitts and take him off the board. Now the Julio Jones talk looks like Julio Jones is trying to work his way out of Atlanta, or his agent's trying to work his way out of Atlanta, or they're trying to strong-arm more money. You know how that goes, Big O.
It's every year with that team and that dude. Every year there's some kind of stinking money trade, deadline drama going on with Jones in Atlanta. It's just, I don't know, dude. I don't even understand that one.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, are they going to blink? I looked at his contract, and he's owed a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
It's not like he can claim to be poor. I guess maybe the part of the problem is that none of it's guaranteed. So, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out and whether that'll impact the Falcons. But certainly, I believe that they'll take Kyle Pitts and keep it moving.
Well, the problem is I don't know if they'll get to trade him because you just said it. There's a lot of money left, and he's probably going to want more money and an extension. So you're going to have to give up compensation and an extension for an older player that's had his share of wear and tear. And dude, the Father Time's about to catch up to that dude any second now. He's been a monster. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But at this point, dude, that odometer's gone around once or twice. You gotta watch out with that one, man. I think they're gonna have lot of trouble trading him.
I'm not even sure if the opportunity to trade him was available to Miami. If I would pull the trigger on that,
No. Older player.
You didn't even tell me. I didn't even tell you what it was for, Big O. You're just saying no.
No, because they're going to have to ask for something because it's freaking Julio Jones, dude. And then, they're not going to tell you, hey, give us a 6th rounder. And then, if you're Miami and he's only got a year left or something, then or two, you can try to.
He's got like 3 years left, and it's ridiculous money too. Obviously he's going to want a new deal.
Yeah, he's going to want a new deal. He's going to want some guarantees, and then you're going to have to give him compensation and guarantees. That's going to be really. You got to be really. You know what? The Raiders would do something like that. That's something that John Gruden, desperate to turn the corner. It's got to be somebody really irresponsible and loves old players.
Wow.
And loves old players. And nobody loves old players like John Gruden, bro. Seriously.
Listen, Richie Incognito's still playing for them.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Richie would do with his life if he didn't have football, just for the record.
I'm with him.
So props to Richie for continuing to play, because he's a lot safer to the world as a football player.
And by the way, if they end up with Chase, I'll be ecstatic if they get Chase or Pitts. I think, obviously I want Pitts first and Chase second, but I will be extremely happy for them. Now, we're in agreement, right? The third option is Jalen Waddle, correct? That's the guy that they're targeting. If the other two are gone, I believe it'll be Waddle over Smith, but that's just me.
I believe it'll be Waddle as well. However, I've gone back and forth with this for about since January.
The injury?
No. Here's the thing. Just talking to people in the league, and I get swayed every time I talk to somebody different, because it really comes down to that. Because I do believe that's going to be the biggest decision the Dolphins make. It's going to be Smith or Waddle. Who do you want? Who fits better? Who does Tua want? Who fits better? And to me, it really comes down to, I got some notes for myself about what this draft is about, and I'll share them with you. One, high floor or high ceiling. I think we've been a high floor type of team, and we need to start being a high ceiling type of team. Second note, your first answer is the right answer. And my first answer has always been Devonta Smith is too small. And but then I talk to people and they're like, he's got the dog.
Yeah.
And I can't, I don't know him. I didn't get to interact with him, but I love when people tell me somebody's got the dog in him. So I think I'm going to go with Devonta Smith, even though my first answer was he's too small. I sort of eliminated that answer because what I realized is Hollywood Brown was literally 2 pounds heavier and shorter when he came out in the draft. He was a lower first-round pick, but I would have done anything to get Hollywood Brown. And why shouldn't I feel that same way about Devonta Smith?
No, I can't. I don't have a problem with his weight, dude. The only time I had a problem with his weight is when, early on in this whole process, when we had the prisoners of the moment, and they're like, Devonta or Chase. And to me, it was like, are you kidding me, dude? There's no decision here. It's Chase 100 times over Devonta, plus he has 20 more pounds on his frame. That's the only time I held it against him when you're comparing him to Chase. But outside of that, I watched Marvin Harrison make it an art of catching the ball and not getting hit and knowing when to slide and knowing to go out of bounds. And, dude, as much as we made fun of our boy that went number 9, he extended his freaking career because he went out of bounds. Okay, look at ask Jimmy Garoppolo. His stupid ass went and took on a blocker and put himself out for the year. Like, what are you? What kind of a moron are you, dude? This game, those guys are bigger and stronger. Be smart. Warwick Dunn, you never got a clean shot on his ass. Barry Sanders, you never got a clean shot on his ass. Russell Wilson, you rarely ever get a clean shot on his ass. Some of these guys have that gift. I believe Devonta has that gift. He can avoid it. He can. I believe it.
Yeah. So you're picking Waddle, but you're picking Waddle over him. Because you're in the Waddle camp.
I believe in the kid, but if you ask me who's the better fit, dude, I'm telling you, like 70% of the people that I've talked to in the league, they all say you have to take Waddle over Smith because he fits exactly what this kid is going to do. Plus, a lot of these guys are looking at this too. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. They're thinking Devonta, and they're thinking our boy, they just signed, what's his name, Fuller, on the outsides, and then Waddle on the inside with Gesicki. and then that is freaking hell for any defense now all of a sudden, because Waddle will just create all kinds of havoc from the slot. So I think that's what they're thinking, that they're going to have either Preston or obviously Devontae outside opposite of Fuller, and then you put Waddle and Gesicki inside, because that's what a lot of these offensive coordinators and some of these GMs that I've talked to, that's kind of what they're thinking that Miami is going to do. So they have Waddle ahead of Smith in that situation.
Now that you're speaking of slot, I prefer Devonta Smith in the slot, just because he's a smart route runner. He knows how to drop into zones. He's quarterback friendly, and those hands are ridiculous.
Great hands.
He
even in traffic,
everything with his hands.
Even in traffic.
I haven't seen one body catch by him, and that was my biggest concern. That's the dividing line for me between Waddle and Smith. They're both similar size. They both have probably going to be fragile in the NFL because they're just not big guys. But Waddle does not catch the ball with his hands cleanly. And that was a little something that kind of scares me away, just because when you start to hear those footsteps, coming, and they will be coming in the NFL, even though they don't really allow you to hit in the NFL anymore. Those smaller guys, they start to feel that pressure. If you look at all the drops that Miami had this year, it wasn't always bad balls. It was because they start to feel some pressure from guys creeping up or getting close. Oh, my God, that Buffalo Bills game, and this is one thing I definitely want to apologize to fans about, because I didn't do my job in that Buffalo Bills game, that season finale. I saw them get beat down by backups, and I really did not have a desire to look at that film. And recently somebody put up a film breakdown of all the drops that Tua had in that Buffalo Bills game. There were 16 drops. I only count 8 because some of those were contested passes. Can you imagine a game where your receivers had the opportunity to catch the ball and they dropped it for 8 times? I'm not going to just say 16, because defenders get paid too. They have a job as well. But that is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, man. This kid for a first year was in a tough situation, not only because of physically what he had to do to overcome everything to get on the damn field, but then he wasn't playing with things that were really complimenting him and what he needed to do. And so that's why we're going to see a Chase. We're going to see a Waddle or a Pitts on this team this year. And I don't think that's the end of it. With all the picks they have, I would not be surprised if there's another investment on another playmaker at one point or another. Not just a running back, but I mean a playmaker. So
don't just tease me like that.
No, I think they're going to get somebody. They're going to get a back for sure, but I think they're going to get another receiver somewhere down the line in this draft, because they've got several picks.
Let me ask you this question, because I respect your opinion. 18, you know who I want.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
Harris.
Yeah.
Okay, you know who I want.
Yeah.
If you don't pick him at 18, he's not going to be there when you pick it your second.
No,
your first second round
probably
pick.
not, because Pitt will pick him or somebody like that. A few
Pitt,
picks later.
Pitt, Buffalo, the Jets. Do you select the running back, or do you jump in on this run on defense pass rushers, edge players?
Well, see, I'm a Zaven Collins guy, so I love Zaven Collins. A Jury I like too. Also, he's got a couple things he's got to improve on in pass coverage. But there's some guys like I would not take Jalen Phillips. I know that we got this whole UMs thing, and we're in this town now. But I'm not taking I'm not taking a 1-year wonder that had concussion issues. Ankle, wrist. This guy almost quit football, and then he plays 1 year where he has 8 sacks, and I'm supposed to go crazy. I actually think. Go ahead.
He's technically sound. He has the best film out of everybody else in this draft when it comes to edge players. But we're talking about one season.
Yeah, and Rousseau, I think, is going to be the monster. He's just you got to polish him up as a pass rusher, but he is so raw and so strong and so powerful that he's just going to be a disruptor. I think he's the guy that people are sleeping on, and if he falls, whoever gets him, I think is going to get one of the bargains in this draft. I think that this out of sight, out of mind bullshit that went through this year with Chase and with Rousseau, it hasn't happened to Panay. But it happened to those two guys, and it's almost like it's being held against them, and people forgot how dominant these two players were the year before, dude. I mean,
no question. But I the one thing about Greg Rousseau, and I am a fan. I
dude,
looked at him in
19 and a half
2000.
tackles behind the line of scrimmage, bro. Come on, man. This guy played his ass off 2 years ago.
But one season, bro.
Yeah,
one
I know.
Season,
but it was it's impressive.
I would have loved to have seen him follow up that one season. And name me outside of Calais Campbell, and that's a huge outside because Calais might be on borderline Hall of Fame discussion. Name me a good pass rusher.
Warren Sapp, bro, 100 sacks.
No. I'm talking about edge player. Edge player.
Fagan was a really good player coming out and went to San Francisco, even though he blew his knee in the Orange Bowl. He ended up being a good player at the next level as an edge player. I'm trying to think of a couple of other guys that might have been edge really good because there were a couple other guys that weren't, anything special.
Yep.
It might have been. Yeah, from inside is really where Jerome Brown and guys like Warren Sapp and Russell Maryland. Inside they have had
Vince Wilfork.
They've had a shitload of guys. But as edge rushers, dude, we got to go with the Stork. Ted Hendricks was a monster.
No, come on. That's like what 1970.
Okay, you asked me. You asked me.
Yeah,
I'm old, all right.
Okay.
I have
all
depth
right,
here. Okay, so I'm sorry, but lately
you got age and vintage knowledge.
Yes, but lately, no, you're right. They have not developed a great edge pass rusher in a long.
Don't even need great, just good.
Yeah, no, Kevin Fagan, is he really the last edge? Somebody help me out there. Am I forgetting somebody?
Calais Campbell is it, bro. Calais Campbell is it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
McDougal, all of the guys who've been edge guys have been kind of weak.
Yeah. That's not bad. Olivier Vernon. That's a pretty good one. There you go. There's one.
Oh, shit. How did I forget about Olivier
There you
Vernon?
go. There's one.
That.
There's one.
Damn.
But still, but there's not a lot.
But
there's not a lot. There's not a lot. You're right.
Yeah.
It's not like they're more tackle you than they are defensive you. So I get what you're saying.
They're tight end you. They're linebacker you. Lately they've been safety you.
Yeah.
They got some good safeties out there in the NFL.
Yeah, and they've had corners too. And they are corners.
Yeah,
but
they've had corners.
But you're right. There hasn't been a ton of edge rushers. You are correct on that. But I got to tell you something. Maybe I'm one of the few on this boat. I think Rousseau is going to be a monster, dude. I really do. I
don't disagree with you. I remember watching him and thinking you are going to be a stud. I remember seeing I was at the combine last year. And he showed up. You know how the courtyard is right in front of the NCAA. And he showed up there with a compliance guy. And I was like, who are you? And he was like, Greg Rousseau. I was like, man. And literally while I'm leaving combine, he was there for some NCAA issue that he was having. And I was just like, man, you are going to be good. And then he didn't play his junior year. And I was like, man, that total disappointment right there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a freaking monster, dude. I really do. I'm a big fan of his. And if they take him at 18, I'm going to be happy. I got to say, I'm going to be happy. I mean, so wait a minute. Let me finish this before, and I know we're already super late here. You asked me about the defensive player. You know you're in love with the running back. Is there a defensive player that will make you happy at 18? How about that question?
I like Joe Tryon, actually. I think he's a perfect fit for this Dolphins team. Now, if Zaven Collins is there, to me, it's Najee Harris no matter what. And I love Zaven Collins, and I think he's going to be a very good player.
I think Zaven Collins is a freaking stud, dude. I think he's going to turn into
Najee Harris is my favorite player in this draft, and he complements and finishes this offense. And he takes the pressure off Tua.
He's complete.
What'd you say?
Man. He's complete.
Yeah, no, there's no that to me has been always 18 is a non-negotiable to me. It's not even something I'll debate. Even when I wanted them to trade for the quarterback for Houston.
All right.
I was not trading pick number 18 because that belonged to Najee.
I know you and I can do this for hours. Okay, so if they take the pass rusher at 18, all right, who's the running back that isn't Najee that you would be happy with in that second round?
They better pray that the North Carolina, the Williams
so you
kid
like
is
the
there.
Williams kid? Okay, all right, good.
Yeah, I'm not an Etienne guy. I'm just not.
Because you think he's more finesse, don't you? Right?
I don't see the vision. I don't see the vision, the running lane vision.
Because Najee and Williams run with more physical presence.
Power.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I need a powerful back. I don't like those, and I need a guy with vision. If you don't run like Frank Gore in terms of vision, setting up vision, and I'm infatuated with jump cut runners. Najee is a jump cut runner. Travis Etienne is not. So to me, it's Javonte Williams. If we don't do Javonte, then I'm probably going to have to go with a later round guy. The Gainwell kid from Memphis intrigues me. Jameer Jefferson intrigues me. And I like Michael Carter. I do. I just wouldn't select him until the third day.
Well, lately, doesn't hurt to take Memphis running backs because they're becoming running back there over at Memphis, man. They keep producing backs almost every year into the draft, man. That's been impressive. All right, follow Omar on Twitter at Omar Kelly. Catch his work at the South Florida Sun Sentinel. This has been the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Omar, as always, man, thank you for taking some time.
All right, appreciate you, Big O.
You got it. There you go. Good stuff. Great conversation. As always, we take a break. Hour number 2 is next.
This has been the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Omar Kelly. From additions to home remodeling, call Eric at 305-433-4843. Count on a company that's an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. EJDconstruction.com.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country when Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to two of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans. OnsideRadio.com.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit moretoadhd.com for additional information. That's moretoadhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with ADA, ACO, and CHAD.
Saturday mornings, 9 a.m., Sean Stanley hosts the Square Circle Digest.
But to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man.
Now, wrestling fans have a place to call home as Sean covers the very colorful world of wrestling. Tune in every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on the home for sports fans worldwide. OnsideRadio.com. This Sunday, Inter Miami CF visits Nashville SC at Nissan Stadium. Join OnsideRadio.com as we broadcast live from Dangerous Minds Brewing Company in Pompano. Our pregame broadcast watch party starts at noon. Game time is at 1 p.m. Listen to all the games by going to our website at OnsideRadio.com and download any of our apps. Follow Inter Miami CF all year long on your home for football. OnsideRadio.com.
At Baptist Health, we are ready
to serve, to treat,
to safely proceed with your procedure.
We're ready for ER visits and office visits with skilled surgeons. advanced medicine,
and multidisciplinary teams. We're ready for new arrivals.
Our new recoveries.
We are ready.
We're ready to diagnose, treat, and manage
anything that comes our way
with exceptional care and comfort.
With the same preparedness and compassion you've come to expect from Baptist Health.
And we are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready
to care for you.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
Welcome to OnsideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at Onside Radio. Miami Dolphins fans, join us for OnsideRadio.com's NFL Draft Party at Sports Grill in Miami, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, Bird Road. Join Big O and Alex Dono for this two-night event starting on Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. and Friday, day 2 at 6:30. Drink and food specials, giveaways, and the best damn draft party in South Florida. Join us for a two-night event as OnsideRadio.com and Sports Grill on Bird Road bring you the best NFL Draft Party on the planet.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it.
The Onside Zone.
I don't care how you win a championship, dude. You can draft it, you can buy it, you can trade for it. Just win, baby.
The Onside Zone.
You're not Aladdin rubbing the lamp and then Will Smith comes out and you ask him, hey, fix our dolphin problems. And there he goes. No, I'm sorry. It'd be nice if it was that easy, but it's not.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right.
Delivered into the area, whipped it with real pace off of Gonzalo Higuain, and it's into the back of the net, and Inter Miami have drawn level. He missed a penalty here a year ago, but he's made amends and equalized tonight, and on 73 minutes, it's Philadelphia Union 1, Inter Miami 1.
Ah, yes, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful Saturday. It was even more beautiful because we were at Dangerous Minds Brewing. And, by the way, I had, what was it called again? Oh, God, now I'm trying to remember.
You had something with like a number or something?
Yeah, 94. It was 95.4, and it was called something Killen, Ziller, Miller, Diller. It was definitely not Miller because I don't drink that kind of beer. Man, what was it? It was forgot the name, but it was delicious, dude. Because it's a strong ale. I told him, look, I like Negra Modelo. I like Newcastle. I like Alton Munster, which is rare to find. Alton Munster, you got to go to like a hardcore place. And Alton Munster is it's one of those 20-ounce beers like the Grolsch, and it has the Grolsch opening and everything like it. And to me, it's probably the strongest, smoothest beer I've ever tasted in my life is Alton Munster. It's rare. But those are the kind of beers I like. A Sam Adams ale. It's like it has to be something like that. You know what I'm saying? That Dos Equis Gold one. That's the kind of beer drinker I am. So he gave me one. Maybe it might be Schillen, 94.5 or something. I forgot the damn name of it. You know what? Did I take